Hey! Today we are talking about Anime NYC 2025. I haven't really done a video like this, so I thought I should. Last year for Anime NYC, I did a live stream kind of thing off the cuff. This is still off the cuff in video form where I can edit and put a lot of funny things in the background. So sorry for the mess here. We just got back from a con, if you haven't realized that already. But yeah, Anime NYC 2025 was great. We did a lot of things for the first time, did a lot of cool things, and yeah, let's get into it. So to start, we fly in on Thursday. It's not really related to the con. I did not end up going Thursday. So what is it? Anime NYC had a 4-day opening weekend. Compared to most cons that normally do a 3-day weekend. They were open for 4 hours, but the difference is that within those 4 hours, it was only Artist Alley that was kind of open. In hindsight, that is probably an amazing idea to get Artist Alley done on the first day, but my idiot self was like, nah, I don't want to come in Thursday. That seems like a waste of time. Needless to say, I was rushing Artist Alley on the last day, but we'll get into that later. But anyway, I mostly just spent the Thursday hanging out with my family, just checking the sites and whatnot. We went to this Italian restaurant, and oh my god, the food was good. We had this salad, and then we had these dumpling steak. I don't even know what it is. I'm showing an image. I forgot what it was. It just tasted good. You're just gonna have to trust me on that. It tasted amazing. And then the next day comes around, I be sure to apply my deodorant like the good boy that I am. I don't remember having this last year, but I have it on my camera roll, so I'm gonna just bring it up anyway. Why does Marinette from Miraculous Ladybug have a whole freaking mural? Is Miraculous Ladybug that popular? I don't think it is. I watched the movie. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But then anyways, we get into the con, we meet up with everybody. The line is huge. It is surprisingly huge, and I'll get more into it. But Friday was insanely packed for absolutely no reason. I don't know why. Usually with most cons, Saturday is the most busiest day because people have work Friday and they come on the con Saturday and they only get a Saturday badge. But for some reason, today's Friday.
Day one, the thousands of weebs have gathered.
I'm dying. And we're not even done. We're not even stopped at lunch.
Yes! Finally! This economy!
She was so happy to give that to me.
Jesus Christ.
Is it this?
Shut up. That is Ness. Jesus Christ. Do you think that some people have been lined up here since 3 in the morning?
Right there. Johnny! I mean, it got so bad that one of the guys behind me, who I'm going to be censoring for the sake of this video, literally, like, smelled so bad, got so close up into my face, started spitting on me when we were talking, and just would not stop talking about Gacha game. And that's fine, I'm cool with being friendly and whatnot, but oh my goodness. Deodorant, is it that hard to ask for? I literally packed in my bag before I even went there, and the guy seemed like he didn't apply any of it in all of his time living. But then the con opened up, and luckily I never saw him ever again, so I'm glad for that. But oh my god. But then the gates opened, the con started, and it was amazing. I found Mevins in real life, and if you know, you know. But yeah, not really much to say here. We are kind of just exploring Artist Alley. We went to Senpai Squad. It's actually the shirt I'm wearing right now. Peep the drip. We kind of just scrolled around Artist Alley. We did a couple of things before we went over to the voice actor area. Oh my god, let me tell you about the voice actor area. It was bad, okay? You had Amelie, you had Alejandro Sab, you had Griffin Burns, you had Mei Hong. You had some of the craziest names in all of anime, right? And oh my god, their lines were packed. It was absolutely insane. One of the people I wanted to meet, especially Amelie, oh my god. I mean, it was worth it. I did end up meeting her. She was very nice. And, oh, wait, let me grab this. Let me grab this. Yeah, baby. I gotta censor that out because that's my, like, actual name. But yeah, we got the deed. But yeah, after waiting in Amelie's line for 3 hours, it made me come to the realization that, yeah, oh my god, I don't get to see my friends at all very often, my long-distance friends. I don't get to see them that often, and I wasted 3 hours of my con time waiting for one voice actor. And I'm sorry, Alejandro Sab, but I could not join your line. But yeah, unfortunately, I just could not do it. I hope to meet Alejandro Sab another time because I love Sayu. I love his voice work. But unfortunately, I wanted to hang with my friends who I never get to see that often. Though I guess this would be an epic transition to one of the craziest things that my friend taught me about, Alexa in Full Bloom. Her socials right here. Super cool, by the way. Probably MVP of this whole trip, by the way. She found this thing called the Quiet Rooms. Now, let me tell you, these, I don't have a video of it, but the Quiet Rooms were so OP, all right? It's kind of in the name, it's the Quiet Room. It's where you go if you want to get a little peace and quiet. It has some, like, sound cancellation and all that. It was awesome. They had these round tables. It's where we would always meet up if we were like wanting to meet up for something or we wanted to do something. Shout out to the quiet rooms. Definitely my favorite part of the con. I didn't think it would be, but it was my favorite part, honestly. I love the quiet rooms. They were my new favorite thing of all time. Just when you felt like you were overstimulated a little bit, which we're going to get to on Saturday. But the quiet rooms were OP. They were awesome. I love the quiet rooms. If your con doesn't have a quiet room, what are they doing? What are we doing? Oh, and also for some reason in said quiet room, we found this panty and stocking cosplayer. There was a lot of panty and stocking cosplayers because obviously season 2 is out right now. The funny thing with these two is that they were apparently playing on their 3DS. And I thought that was just so funny. And so I had to take a photo. I should have asked for the Instagrams. And I'm so sorry. If you see this video, please reach out to me. I want to give you guys credit. It was so funny. As we were leaving though, Joker is okay, my best friend of all time, was walking out the door. I wish I had videos of it. But she was just basically cussing me out. Be like, bye you little shit. Bye motherfucker. And I'm like, oh. Apparently the panty and stocking cosplayers like overheard or something. But basically as we were leaving, I went up to the panty and stocking cosplayers and I was like, hey guys, your cosplays are nice. And the panty cosplayer gets up and hits me with one of these. And I'm like, what? I was like, okay, all right, buddy. For those who don't know, panty and stocking is a very not kid-friendly show. And Panny does that. That's a part of her character. So don't worry. It's a part of the show. It was a nice interaction. I hope. I hope. And yeah, that's pretty much how the first day ends. I eventually meet up with some of my other friends, Danny and Gamer. And they were basically telling me about this bit that they were doing all day. He was basically going up to any cosplayer that was cosplaying as a robot, and complimenting them, and then calling them clanker. And he was telling me about the amount of times he's done that to people. And then we ended up getting into a debate on how Amelie isn't a clanker and how her VTuber technically would be a clanker, but her herself isn't. I got the video here. It's so funny.
So would you call Amelie that then?
Yes.
No, Amelie's a real person. It's just the fact that like she.
Oh no, Monarch.
Yeah, Monarch would be a clanker, but like Amelie's a real person.
Would someone type in dad like in her chat calling her a clanker?
Like technically, like the character she puppeteers.
I hope they know it's like all jokes. And I remember someone saying like, "It's just a joke."
It's just a joke.
Someone actually had to tell the other person that he was joking. Yeah, they're like, "He's joking. It's all for love. It's all for fun." And I was like, "Oh, they're talking about me." Oh,
Oh, they're pissed at me.
I didn't feel bad. Look, how to Miku right in front.
Oh, there's Miku's in front.
Something.
Yeah.
Please, this could be my redemption arc. I can say something nice.
Yeah, you can pull up on those Mikus right now.
But overall, though, an amazing day 1. Not really much else to say. Day 2 is crazier. I will say that. Day 2 was crazier, so let's get into that. Alright, day 2 of the con, and let's just get the bad stuff out of the way, because all the bad stuff happened at the beginning of the con. Firstly, we could not find breakfast for like 30 minutes. I don't know why, but like all the breakfast places were like closed. I don't know why or what happened, but that was fun. Then we got to the con. Oh my god, I have 2 pictures. Line was insane. I probably shouldn't have got there that late, but the line was just so insanely big. It was insane. I mean, as expected with the Saturday, but it still blew my mind away. And then the final thing, the final nail on the coffin here. These 4 individuals, one of them was just standing on the side as I was walking through. They handed a pamphlet. They forced it into my hand. And then like 3 other guys came around and surrounded me. It was like, hey, are you going to donate to our thing or whatever? We're trying to, you know, raise money to prevent racism against like little kids. I was like, no, I'm not interested. I don't have any money. And they're just like, it's okay. Do you have a card? And I'm like, no, I don't have any money. Because I was trying not to like give out money for free. I was kind of feeling uncomfortable that I kind of just got surrounded or whatever. I didn't know what to do. And then I say that to them, and then they're just like, get the heck out of here. Like, they just booted me off. They like pushed me. It was insane. I was like, what? I mean, that's better than being robbed, but I was like, what? But it did get better. I did go into the con. My friends did arrive, and this was the day I was going to put on my first cosplay. I am a little mad that I haven't took any pictures, and I'll get into this more when I make my media video at the end of the year, but you can see above me, I became a little obsessed with Project Sekai and this little funny character called Kanade Yoisaki. And let's just say my napalm era is fire. I went a little bit outside of my comfort zone a little bit, but I really wanted to represent a character that I really liked. Which is so funny because I cosplayed this character who I've known for like a couple of months compared to Azura Fire Emblem, who I've been a fan for nearly half a decade. So I don't know what that says about me, but we'll get that Azura cosplay another time, trust, don't worry. But I did it as well because my friend was doing Mizuki, which is another character in that game. She was doing Kitty Mizuki specifically, and so we kind of wanted to match. We kind of wanted to be two members of N25, which is the band that they're from Project Sekai. So yeah, it was pretty cool. We just wanted to do that. I just wanted to support my friend, and yeah, it was cool. It was awesome. I wish I got more pics, but here's this pic of me crying over my friend's death. I don't know why she died on the floor, but she did, and I went along with it. We didn't really do too much until the afternoon. There was this panty and stocking panel that we had to reserve for. One of the artists or whatever was basically drawing Panty and Scanty from the show live for us, and it was awesome. It was so cool. It was like a Q&A, but they were also like showing off the art process and how to draw in the panty and stocking style, and it was really cool. It was really awesome. We then explored a lot more of Artist Alley, and my best friend did one of the craziest things I would have ever imagined. And I feel like I'm more excited about it than she is. I feel like I'm more obsessed with it than she is. I don't know. There's this exhibitor or whatever called Copic. They basically make a lot of like markers and stuff that she's obsessed with. She's an artist. And she went up to them and asked them for a commission or whatever. And I was like, oh, what are you commissioning? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, okay, that's a little worrying. She goes up to one of the artists or whatever and asks them to draw me and her in our cosplays. And I was like, what? Okay. Needless to say, though, the art that came out of it, I am obsessed. I am so obsessed. It is so cute. I did not think I could be drawn in such a cute way. You have to not have a human soul, okay, to not think this is adorable. All right, like I can't be the only one. And I wish I had the original like pose that we did, because obviously this was based on like a real life like pose that we did. But I was like, oh my god, I didn't think I could look so adorable, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. We then explored some Artist Alley a little bit more, kind of just exploring, doing some stuff. We were waiting for a lot of the cosplay meetups to happen. In the meantime, Joker just had a few choice words to say in the middle of my recording.
We can take photos with the car,
Yeah.
and then we can get food.
Yeah.
Hi, Cyanide Vlog. He's a famous YouTuber.
Whatever happened to personal space? Oh my goodness. And then we head over to the Idol cosplay meetup. That was my first ever meetup. I don't know if you'll see many pictures of me out there because it was very awkward for me. And it was so embarrassing as well because there was another Kanade cosplayer there and she looked so much better than me. I don't have an image, but she just looked so much better than me. But then the Vocaloid one happened and oh my god, that one was funny. Unfortunately, we didn't really get to be involved with it. There was like a bunch of Project Sekai cosplayers that showed up, but like none of them really got to do anything until the end. A lot of them next to me, there was this On and Ichika cosplayer, and they were both like very confused. They were like, do we get to do something? And we didn't get to do anything until the very end. I was like, oh, okay. Which we kind of should have known in hindsight. It's a Vocaloid, okay, Clanker meetup, not real character meetup. We should have understood that, doy. But the Vocaloid meetup was hilarious, and I'm just gonna post this one pic of Lin and Ren basically shooting a Miku. That was the best part. Okay, they're drawing art of it in the server because it's that funny. It was that hilarious. We were kind of just waiting for this thing called the Cosplay Masquerade, where basically a bunch of cosplayers, it's like a cosplay contest where they basically go up, show off their cosplays, do a little dance or whatnot. It was really cool. It was really cool. I've never been to one of those before, but it was really awesome. Before that though, we had this Oreo ice cream. I just liked it a lot, and I just really wanted to show it. But yeah, this thing was awesome, and it was packed, and it was awesome. And there's probably a whole VOD of it out there somewhere, so I won't go too into it. One of my favorite parts was that one of the cosplayers went on stage, and, you know, they were just doing their normal thing or whatnot, and then the announcer comes on. It was like, oh yeah, she would like to announce that she is currently pregnant. And we were like, what? The crowd erupted. It was so funny. It was actually the best thing ever. And then she comes in again. 6 months, by the way. And we're like, what? I hope a VOD of the cosplay masquerade goes up here very soon because the whole thing was so funny. We unfortunately didn't get to stick around for the whole thing, but it was super great. There was a lot of cool ones over there as well. And that was pretty much it for day 2. We get a burger. I decided to sleep over at one of my friend's apartment because she lives down there. But now we're into day 3. Here's another Mevin sighting. But yeah, not really much happened day 3. Admittedly, it was kind of a bit of a rush, and I don't want to get too into it too much here, but we had to leave kind of early because my family had to get back for their job or whatever. It was hard on everybody, I could tell, including myself, and I don't know, Sunday was a really emotional time, but the good things, first off, we went to the Connor and Iron Mouse panel. Yeah, apparently they were just there. Admittedly, it was kind of lame because it was a digital only thing. They were just recording their things from the comforts of their home. For Iron Mouse, that's understandable, but for Connor, yeah, it was, I don't know. It was fun though. It was fun. And I still have the little Starlight revolver thing or whatever from being there. So that's cool. I get to keep it as a little memento. I didn't get the cool fan or whatever for being there, but my friends have it. So, you know, that's fun. They just get to flex that in my face. We also went to the Amelie, Alejandro Saab, and Griffin Burns panel where they basically were talking about like music production and whatnot. Love that panel. They're such funny individuals. Also, I'm just a massive Amelie fan if you couldn't have already guessed by now. And it was hard. It was so hard because I know everybody got to stay there longer and I didn't. We did get a group photo, and admittedly I was crying the whole time because it was hard. It was genuinely hard, you know. For the longest time, I felt like I didn't really have a group that I belonged with. I felt like, sorry if I'm getting a little venti, I guess, but like, there was just a point in time where I felt like I was alone in the world, and I felt like I didn't really have anyone to like talk to, I guess, if that makes sense. And even though these people are long distance, and even though I will not be able to see them for a while again, I just felt like I had friends that had my back, I guess, and looked after me, you know. I felt like I belonged somewhere. I felt like I was needed, and I felt like I was loved and cared for, and it's an irreplaceable feeling, and all those emotions kind of just built up. And on that last day when I had to leave, it was hard. It was really, really hard. And even now, it's like I feel like I'm in a better spot now. I'm recording this Wednesday, so I definitely feel better. But that Sunday was genuinely one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, leaving them like that. But I'm so glad I had a good time. I really am. I'm happy that it happened, but I'm still sad that it had to end the way it did. And I just wish I had more time because they are my everything, you know? I don't feel like I have many people to go to over here in my place. So, you know, the fact that I had a group of people who are willing, you know, half of them didn't even live in New York, right? And, that, you know, they were willing to go all the way out here to meet at this one spot, you know, and we could all just vibe and see each other. And there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in the whole world. And now I have to go back to reality, knowing I'm probably not going to see them for a while. And it's tough. It's tough. I'm sorry for the little rant, though. After everything that happened, though, I went to the airport and I got this birthday cake Rice Krispie thing. And it was pretty good. I felt like I needed it after the freaking sob fest that I had at the con. So that was great. And that was my Anime NYC 2025. Overall, a very dang good time. Not much to say, I guess. I feel like a lot of the things I want to say are kind of just things that happened like internally that I want to keep for myself, you know, memories for myself and the group that we had. But I loved every single person that was a part of our group. I loved every single person that came and hung out with us. All the things that they did for me. All the things that we did for each other. And it was amazing. It was great. And I loved every freaking second of it. It was awesome. And also the Sunday wasn't that packed as well compared to Friday and Saturday. So Sunday was kind of a little peaceful. It was a little bittersweet, honestly, how it ended up ending. But yeah, hopefully next year we'll get a little bit more time and I'll get to enjoy my friends a little bit more. But we'll see. We'll see. We're trying to get something planned before the end of the year because I don't want it to end like this. I don't want to wait a whole year to see my best buddies again. So hoping things go well. And I still don't know how to end this, but I'm just going to end this by saying, did you guys know the Panty and Stocking figures can like bobble their heads around? Isn't this cute? Look at this. Isn't this cute? Oh my god. Oh, and here's my anime NYC haul. All right, bye.